Hi everyone, welcome to the second lecture, second video lecture on green social work. Let's review our first video, whatever we have discussed. If you remember, in our first video, we have discussed about the why environment is so important, our human being. Then what is the use of environment, different concepts related to green social work, its core principles, then the concept and the difference between ecological and ecological. Then we discussed about the environmental crisis and its causes of environmental crisis on the human health and human being and in our future generation. Also, we discussed about the different concepts like climate change, environmental justice, social justice, environmental sustainability. Along with this, we have discussed the process how, as a social worker, we will intervene in the disaster. So, today in this lecture, in this video lecture, we will discuss about how we will integrate eco-centric practices or the green component in the social work practicum, social work education. First thing, we should integrating the eco-centric practices, which will help our social work practice, social work curriculum to work more efficiently in the field of sustainable development. First thing, we will go for an environmental assessment, which we have to conduct different assessment of the identify the environmental risk and vulnerabilities to the plant and the communities. Who are the people are more vulnerable to this type of environmental crisis? Then we'll plan for the sustainable intervention, which will minimize the environmental harm and promote the sustainability. The third one, we can work as an environmental advocacy, which is the primary role of social work as a advocacy. As a social work, as a social work professional, we should go do the advocacy in the different level, in the policy level, in the micro level, macro level, in all the level we will go for the advocacy. And the last one is the education and outreach program. We have to create awareness among the people. We have to create awareness among all sections of the population, and we will do different kind of outreach programs so that we can sensitize the people for their own life. So this is all about how we will integrating the eco-centric practices in social work. And if you see the green social work practitioners, which talks about the knowledge about the environmental issues and have a strong understanding about the social determinants of health. That means the green social worker, the green social work practitioner, the professionals, they should have a clear and in-depth knowledge about different determinants of health, the livelihood practices, and how they will equip with the skills, the integrate the environmental consideration into their work. So that is very important for a green social work practitioner. They have the idea and the knowledge and the information about all the sectors which is directly and indirectly affecting the human society from the environment and how to deal with the environment for the sustainable society. Now, to intervention. If we talk about the intervention, as an intervention, as a social worker, basically we have the two roles. First one is the community level. The second one is the advocacy and policy level. See, these are the methods which we are incorporating. It's not that we are not utilizing the case work, group work, social action, all these components which we are discussing in both of the components. Broadly, as an intervention, we are focusing these two aspects, community organization aspect, because already we have discussed the green social work is not a one-man army, one person cannot do, so that we need the community level intervention, the community level as a larger perspective, and the second part is the advocacy. First one is the community level. What we will do for the community, how the community will promote the sustainability. the lifestyle. So these are the factors which we should focus as a social worker. First, we should educating the community about the sustainable practices. We will discuss the, we will tell everything the community how they will live the sustainability. Like if you go for the example like solar power use, the use of the sustainable agriculture practices, use of less fertilizer or use of more organic fertilizers, all these things, the lifestyle, we have to create the awareness among the community people. Then facilitating the community gardens and urban farming. So we have to encourage the people, they should go for the community garden, roof garden, all these things we have to promote. Then green transportation, which is very important, green transportation, like using the cycle, walking to reduce the carbon emissions, even carpooling instead of personal use, we can use the public transportation. So which you will use the minimize of the public transportation. And the last one is the green infrastructure. Whatever we are telling, like solar panel, wind tunnels, energy efficiency, all these things, green infrastructure. Day by day, we have to focus how the infrastructure will help in the community level and how it will be effective. So, if we talk about the green social worker, it is recognize the individual action can have collective impact, and that sustainable lifestyle is essential for more sustainable future. So, each and everything, if they will do the practice in their daily life, then only it is possible for a sustainable lifestyle and for the sustainable development of the future. Few of the examples, if you see, like waste reduction, water conservation, energy efficiency, these are the some of the examples which we can practice in our daily life, and which we will in the community level also we will encourage, we will promote that the community also they should practice all these things for the betterment of the society. Then the important factor is the advocacy. As a social worker, we should do the advocacy each and every day. We have to do the advocacy in the personal level, we have to do the advocacy in the group level, we have to do the advocacy in the community level. If you see the advocacy, that means we will identify that addressing the environmental injustice which is happening around our, around the world, we have to inform. Empowering the communities, though we will inform the community, they should do that one. Then we will support the policy changes, whatever the policy government is bringing for the protection of the environment, we should support. Like if you remember a few years back in Delhi, they started even and odd number. One day they will start the even, one day they will start the odd number vehicles. Then if you go for car scrap of the old car, minimize the use of diesel, car pollution. That means so many policy, whatever government is bringing for the promote for the help of the environment, we should help the government. Then building coalitions. So we will from the different stakeholders, we have to create the coalition so that all the sectors will work together. As already I told you, it's not that one man can do that one. So each and every level, the government level, private level, NGO level, personal level, community level, group level, institution level, educational institutions, corporates, all should come together for the building a coalition and for the sustainability for the environment. If we talk about the policies and regulations, so several policies is government bringing like ban of use of plastics, then bring changes in the company and factory act, then all these vehicle related act, then environmental protection related act. So each and everything related to policy and regulations, we should help the government and we should support all these things to for the green social work. This is the role of the social worker. Now come to the challenges and barriers, which is always be a part of all kinds of initiatives. So these are the limited challenges like lack of funding. When we are in the social worker, we are working in the green social work field. Definitely, we need a huge fund to promote and protect our environment. Then second one, which is very important, limited training, because this is a new field for social work practitioners. So we need more and more training to the faculty, to the academicians, to the practitioners, so that they will work effectively to protect the environment. And the third one is the lack of awareness. Already, I have already explained, due to our lack of awareness only, we are suffering a lot. High temperature, in every year it's increasing, sea level it is increasing, carbon dioxide is increasing, so many things it's increasing. We are not realizing the severity of the problem now, but definitely it will affect after 5 year or 10 year. It will highly affect the glacier cells, they are melting down. So many things is happening. So lack of awareness which we should work immediately. These are some of the challenges and barriers of social work. Now come to the how to incorporate these factors in our curriculum. We have to first things redesign. We have to redesign our curriculum which will incorporate more environmental practices, environmental sustainable practices. Then we'll go for the hands-on training to all the faculty members, all the students, everything. We will increase the fieldwork practices also, which is a most important factor in social work. So skill-based training, that also we will go and introduce different kind of skill-based training. Then last one, the faculty development program. Also, we will strengthening our faculty, those who consider as the core of any profession. So we will provide faculty development program, workshops for the faculty. So in this way, we will bring changes in our existing syllabus. So that is very important how to bring the syllabus, because without changing the syllabus, it is not possible. We have to update the syllabus. We have to introduce more and more paper on environment and green social work so that the student will get the information. It should, instead of as a elective paper, always we should focus to start with a core paper in our subject. And successful stories, these are some of the images which will give you a clear picture how we will help our society, how we will help our future generation, like community garden, green infrastructure. That means directly and indirectly we have to improve the plantation. That is the first thing. We have to stop the cutting of the trees, deforestation, all these things you have to stop. More and more trees we have to plant, and we have to use the product which are the environmental friendly. If we are not using any environmental friendly product, that means it will affect. Like nowadays, if you see in the sea areas, most of the sea animal, life in the animal, they are facing difficulty due to use of the plastics. So many plastics are there. So many birds, everything, they are dying day by day. So we have to use the eco-friendly product. Even if you see the SDG and the environment, our SDG is very clear about the environment. Most of the SDG, that objective, the goals, they are talking about the protect the environment, each and everything. If you see the SDG number 13, they are telling we have to do the action immediately, because it's already late. We are already late. If we will not take action now, then it will be too late, which we cannot recover. SDG 14, which is telling about the life in the ocean. So we have to protect that life. Then ecosystem, then water and sanitations also, that thing. If we talk about the SDG 12, SDG 12, which will the consumption and productions, we have to go for that one. Affordable drinking water, safe drinking water. Then cities and urban settlement, that is very important factor. Day to day, our settlement in the urban areas, the people are more preferring to the urban areas, but the environmental condition is getting worse day by day in the urban areas, because the trees is very less, facilities are very less, carbon dioxide is increasing. Very biggest example, if you take our metropolitan cities like Delhi, Bombay, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Bangalore, all these cities are day by day they are getting worse. So the cities and their life also we have to see. The final, which will talk about the healthy and life well-being. So these are the factors which we're talking about the SDG and environment. And the most important factor, the indigenous green social work. Already as a social worker, we are now focusing most of the thing at the indigenous practices. So if you see our ancient text, ancient literature, which is clearly focused the protect the environment. If you see our ancient system also, we are worshipping the land, we are worshipping the mountain, we are worshipping the tree, forest, everything we are worshipping. So we are considering them as a god and goddess. So for the natural resources, we are considering them god and goddess for us. So they are the important part of our life. Even if you see the Gupta period, the Mauryan period also, they are more focused on the protection of the environment also. They work little bit. If you see the Chandragupta Maurya, then all the Mauryan kings, they are also focused for the development of the environment. So these are the things like community-based resource management, traditional ecological knowledge, eco-friendly practice, cultural practices. All these things we also will promote as a part of our life. The environment is a part of our life. It's not that it's different from our life. If we are existing in this society, it is because of our environment. So we should give that respect to the environment. We should do the worship to our environment. So this is all about the future, the green social work, a way of sustainability. Already we have discussed all these concepts related to green social work from the beginning to last, different concepts and why we will study the green social work and how we will develop our syllabus in social work practicum. So this is all about the green social work. Now I will conclude this video lecture with a question mark for all of you. You can contact me with the WhatsApp and my email ID. The question like natural resources is a vein or bone. I want your suggestions on this aspect. So thank you everyone for this opportunity. I thanks everyone. If you have any doubt, anything, please contact me in below mentioned email ID and mobile numbers. Thank you.